our last class before summer begins on Zoom. And with that, I invite you to get ready for this somewhat energizing yoga class that's going to acknowledge the International Yoga Day, which is tomorrow. So International Yoga Day is always on the summer solstice. And with that, we'll be practicing a lot of sun salutations today. And it's almost like a way to get ready to transition into the summer season. So it'll be a fun, somewhat vigorous class, but as always, remember to take care of yourself and rest or modify any time that you need to. Okay, so we'll begin with a warm-up in starting on all fours. So come to hands and knees. With your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, we'll go through a few rounds of arching and rounding the spine in cat-cow. So let's begin. Tuck our toes, drop your belly, draw your shoulder blades together on your back as you inhale and exhale to round. Let's do that several times here. Inhaling and exhale. And again. Exhale to round. Okay, let's go. Inhale, tuck your toes, and now let's make our way all the way up and back to our first down dog of the class. And we'll have a lot of down dogs today. So let's use this one as a nice warm up. Pedal your feet, ankles, and knees. And then we'll shift on forward to the top of a push-up. That's our plank pose. Inhale. And then go on back to down dog. Exhale. And how about again? Inhale to plank. Let's lower to our knees and elbows go back all the way to our bellies. Roll your shoulders up and back. Take our first back bend of cobra. And then press it on back. Child's pose. Exhale. Take another breath here. Inhale. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. We're going to lift the right leg up and back as a three-legged dog. Stretch it up. Inhale. Bring the knee to the nose. See if you could step that foot forward to a low lunge. Drop the back knee down and we'll open up to our twist. Just warming up still here. Warm up the shoulders and the hips. Release the hand to the floor and either with blocks or placing your hands on the floor, shift back and straighten your right leg. Inhale and exhale. Come back to the low lunge and let's step it on back, down dog, exhale. Other side, lifting the left leg up and back, inhale. Bring that knee on forward, step up to your low lunge, dropping the back knee down. And we'll come to our twisting lunge. Left arm lifts up. Release, straighten the left leg, shift back to our half split. Inhale and exhale. Come back to the low lunge, downward dog, exhale. Then we're going to start to walk it on forward now. So bending your knees, walk, or if you like to hop or jump, you could jump your feet to your hands. Stay down for a moment in a forward bend. Take your hands and fold them into your elbows. Alternate the bend of your knees. And then we're going to roll up slowly and stand. All right, I'm going to make my way to the back of the mat. See that you have enough room here to forward bend and stretch your arms and legs all around. And then also do the best you can. I actually have a wall here and I'm going to work around that. Okay, so we're going to begin with our half sun salutes. So starting nice and easy, the first 3 rounds, we're going to just inhale and stretch the arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge over the legs, forward bend. Inhale, we lengthen the spine, come halfway up. Exhale, back to the forward bend. Reverse your dive and come back up. Swoop the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to the forward bend. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, place your hands to heart center. Good, 1 more half sun salute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. So the sun salutations are often done like a prayer, moving body, breath, heart, mind, and spirit in the union of yoga. So when we do our first sun salutation here, the full form, a classical salutation, let's set our intention to let this be a prayer for our own health and joy and good vibes, good happiness this summer. So let's do this. Inhale, stretch up. Enjoying your body. Exhale, forward bend, release. Inhale, we lengthen our spine. Exhale, step the left leg back to a lunge. Pause here and inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Inhale is a plank. Exhale, we lower slow to the ground. Inhale, we rise to a cobra. Exhale, lift up and back, down dog pose. Left leg lifts up and back, inhale. Step the left foot forward. Step the right foot up, lengthen your spine. Inhaling, exhale, back to your forward bend. Reverse your dive and rise, inhale. Hands to heart center, switching sides, let's go again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. It's plank on an in-breath. Exhale, we lower down. Inhale, we rise to our cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. All right, now let's move on. Step the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog, inhale. Step the foot forward. Exhale, step the back foot up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And forward bend, exhale. Inhale, we rise, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. So these sun salutations are vigorous, and they are to be done in the morning or early to mid-afternoon to get your energy and blood dancing. Let's do it one more time, the same form, but we're going to lift to a high lunge. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Let's step that left leg right on back to a lunge and see if we can lift the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Step back. Inhale, we got a plank. Exhale, we lower slow. Inhale is cobra. Exhale is downward facing dog pose. Let's lift the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward and let's try to rise again to our balance. Balancing lunge, inhale, high lunge. Good, exhale, release and step the back foot forward, lengthen your spine. And forward fold, exhale. Rise again, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, one more time like this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Step the right leg back. Rise on up, inhaling the arms overhead. Lower down, exhale, down dog pose. Shift forward to plank, inhale. Exhale, slow lower to your bellies. Inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Right leg lifts up and back, three-legged dog. Step up. Take another breath, inhale, rise, high lunge. Steady your feet. Release, step up with the back leg, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a few breaths here, feeling your heart rate maybe a little bit elevated, you're breathing a little bit deeper. And now we're going to do the Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, a little bit different. And with this one, let's dedicate this as a prayer, as a wish of the health of our loved ones, family, and friends. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. This time we lengthen the spine here. Release and walk it right on back to your plank. Step back, inhale. Exhale, we lower to the belly. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back to cobra. Or if you're feeling warm and you want to take up dog pose, lift the knees and the thighs off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. And we stay here for several rounds of breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale, gaze towards your navel. Exhale, relax your head and neck. Inhale. Exhale. Bending your knees, look to your hands. Walk or jump your feet forward. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale to your forward bend. Inhale, let's rise all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, let's do that again with a variation to optionally jump back. Here we go. Thinking again of somebody in your life that you're just joyful about, and maybe we'll spend more time with this summer. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen long spine, inhale. Exhale, either walk back to plank or jump back to our yoga push-up. Lowering down. Cobra or upward facing dog pose, inhale. Exhale, down dog pose, we stay. Breathe in. Breathe out, drawing the shoulders up, the arms up into the shoulder sockets. Inhale. Exhale, bending the knees a little bit and lifting the tail up. Inhale. Exhale, spreading the fingers like the rays of the sun. Let's look forward, walk or jump your feet to your hands. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, we rise, come all the way back up. Hands to heart center. All right, let's do one more Surya Namaskar A. This time as a dedication to someone that maybe is struggling or that you struggle with, someone that you challenge. It's almost like a prayer that things go a little bit easier and smoother and lighter. Take a moment, acknowledge. And then let's move, let's breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Halfway up. Exhale, walk or jump back to your push-up. Lower down and rise up, cobra or up dog pose. Exhale, we stay. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Filtering the breath through your nose. Inhale. Exhale, acknowledging your energy. Once again, inhale. Exhale, gazing towards your navel. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward, walk or spring your feet to your hands. Lengthen your spine. Forward bend, exhale. And we rise, inhale. And hands to heart center. Wonderful. All right, we're going to do one more round of the sun salutations with Surya Namaskar, which means acknowledgement of the sun or salute to the sun. Variation B. This time, let's acknowledge our planet that we live on, right? It's like the summer's coming. We love the summer. And just to take care of the oceans and do what we can to reduce waste and take good care of our planet. Here we go. Starting in chair pose, bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. You can even bring your palms together and look at your thumbs if that feels good on your shoulders. Exhale, we swan dive over the legs, forward bend again. We lengthen the spine just like before, inhale. Exhale, we walk backward, jump back to our yoga push-up. Lowering down, exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog pose. Exhale, down dog pose. This time we step forward with the right foot to the right hand. Plant the back heel down as we rise to our warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, we go right back down to plank and lower to our bellies. Inhale, we rise up to our back bends. Exhale, down dog pose. Left foot steps forward to the left hand, right heel anchors at a 15-degree angle, warrior 1. Inhale. And we go back down to plank pose. Lower down, exhale. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we hold. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Bringing your body and mind into the present. Breathing. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bend your knees, look forward. We walk or jump to a chair pose, right? So you could walk, I'm gonna walk this one. Walk, walk. Rebend your knees, chair, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose. All right, we're gonna do one more round of Surya B, and then we're gonna slow it down into a real nice Hatha yoga sequence. So this is our last one, and I'm going to just take a moment to acknowledge the practice itself of yoga, an ancient system that comes all the way from India, as we probably know. And with this one, I'm going to call it out in the Sanskrit to the best of my ability, okay? So here we go. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale is Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale is Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale is Adha Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps up to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Adha Mukha Svanasana or Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adha Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adha Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths. We take the oceany breath. Feel the breath coming in and out of your nose like a wave, dragging the breath at the back of the vocal cords. Bend your knees, look forward, take a jump to your Utkatasana. Right to Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale and exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, you should be pretty warm. That was 25 minutes of sun salutations, nice and sweaty. We're gonna slow it down. And now that we're warm, it's really safe to go into some poses that, a little more stretch. All right, so let's start with tree pose, everybody. Let's pick up the right foot, bring the right foot up either to your shin or your upper thigh, holding here. You can either keep your hands at your heart or extend your arms up, or any other variation that you'd like. Slow down the breath, steady your gaze. Good, we're gonna bring the hands back to heart center, turn the knee in and step that foot way on back again. We're in our high lunge, inhale. We're gonna open out to our warrior 2 pose, pivot your back heel down and open the arms wide in warrior 2. See if you can bring this knee to a 90-degree angle from your hip and foot. Hold here, breathe in. Breathe out. Now let's straighten the right leg, reach out and come down to triangle pose, bringing the hand to the shin, block, or floor. And I like to recommend the blocks here. It makes life a little bit easier. Reach the left arm up. Turn the left hip a little bit down as you lengthen your torso, turning your gaze up. Come back to your warrior 2, rebend the knee. Then we're going to go back to our sundial, Skandasana pose. Bending the left knee, the right leg straightens. So I'm going to show you the back version here. Hinging at the hips, go down low. Go down as low as you can. You can keep your hands on the floor, on the block, or bring your hands to heart center. And then we're going to shift and pivot to our low lunge, left hand down, right arm twist, open up here. We're going to lower the back knee to the floor. We're going to see if it feels good to bend the back knee, bend the left knee, and reach behind holding the foot. The back knee, that should be actually your right knee. Release the foot, bring the hand to the inside of the foot. We're coming into a lizard. Rock the hips and the feet back and forth. And now we're going to step the back leg forward. The right leg steps up to a wide-legged squat pose. So I step that right foot forward, come down, and you're in a squat. So not quite malasana down here, but not chair, somewhere in between. Hold here, breathe in. Breathe out. See if you want to reach the arms forward, if you want to work a little bit harder. And then we'll lift all the way up and step the 2 feet together. Okay, that's it. Second side, tree pose. Shift your weight to the right leg, pick up your left. I'm going to be your mirror the best I can. Try not to confuse the limbs later. Okay, here we go. Tree pose. Breathe in. Balancing here, breathe out. You can keep your hands at heart center, or if you'd like to extend the arms up, balancing here. Bring the hands back down, close the hip and knee, step it way back, high lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Open the hips, extend the arms. You're gazing over your hand. Your right knee's deeply bending with the gaze over the fingers. Breathe and filter the breath. Can you reach back with your other arm as well? So the left arm reaches back and the right arm reaches forward. Somewhere our torso is centered between the 2. Now let's straighten that right leg, reach out, come down. It's a triangle pose. This hip I'm going to turn a little bit in, so I have room now to extend the torso without torquing the hip. Gaze up to the upper hand if you can, and breathe. We rise back up again, bending that right knee, and we're going to shift back to our sundial pose. So now I'm going to straighten this leg and bend this leg. We're going like a half squat or lateral lunge. This is called skandasana, which means the sundial pose. You keep your hands on the knee or the floor, or some of us might even want to take the hands together at the heart. We're going to pivot back to the front of the mat, turn to your low lunge. Right hand stays down, the left arm lifts up, twist. Lower the back knee, reach behind and hold the foot, and open the chest. Lean back. We come back to our lizard lunge. And we're going to step that back foot forward and come to our squat. Wide leg squat. Stay here. Maybe this time it feels good to go a little bit lower. Just see how that feels on your hips. You could either stay halfway up or begin to descend the hips down and extend the spine up, squeezing the knees into the upper arms and elbows. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale, we rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, step together, mountain pose. Good, we're gonna do that again and add on a little bit more. So tree pose again, right leg lifts up, balance. Inhale, maybe the arms on up. This time, bring the hands to the heart center and bend the standing knee, your left knee, and cross that right ankle over the knee. We're in a standing figure four, sometimes also called temple dancer. Hold here, breathe in. There's a nice big stretch for that outer hip, like a pigeon pose. Good, we're gonna rise back up. Take that leg back again, rise to our high lunge, inhale. Open out, warrior two. Triangle pose. And now we take our balance pose, half moon. Taking your hand to your hip, walk the back leg up, take a block or hold on to maybe even furniture in your home. And we extend that leg in the air, reach the arm. Maybe gaze up to the hand. It's a little more challenging. Maybe bend the top knee. If that's accessible to you, reach back, hold, sugar cane pose. Let it go, come back, warrior two pose. Cartwheel your hands, twisting pose, open up. So now your left knee is front and your left arm is up. Twisting lunge. You can lower that back knee down again, the right knee, and reach behind and hold the foot. Lean back. Release the foot, come back to lizard pose, plant the hands on the inside of the foot, rock the hips back and forth, rock on the foot a little bit. We're gonna step up again to our squatting pose. Step that back foot forward, and here we are in squat. Now I'm gonna offer a crow pose option. Either stay right here or plant your hands to the floor. And here we're going to come up on the tippy toes and see if maybe we could look forward and balance one foot off the floor and hold, two, and release. This time we're going to stand on our hands. Slide your hands under your feet for a wrist stretch and forward bend. And release your hands and inhale, we rise. Exhale, mountain pose. All right, let's try the other side. Coming into tree pose with your left leg, open up the knee and the hip. The foot could stay kickstand on the floor, bring it up to the shin, or maybe bring the heel up towards the inner thigh. So we'll stay here just a little briefer time since we've been here before. Choose your arm variation. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your standing right leg, cross the left ankle on over, figure four. So the groins move back. It's almost like you're sitting on a chair with your leg crossed on over. This leg is a little bent. Actually, it's a lot bent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay here a little bit longer. Breathe in. Good, breathe on out. Good, release. Pick up that knee, step the leg out again, warrior two. Straighten the leg, reach out and down, triangle pose. Take your hands to your hip. Here comes our balance. Walk yourself a little forward. Use what you can if you need to hold on to something. Lifting that back leg up. Left leg in the air. Maybe lift the arm. Maybe lift the gaze up to your hand. Maybe. Oh, maybe not, right? Balance is humbling, right? You may find that you wobble and you fall, but we're practicing this, right? We're just practicing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, let's come back to warrior two. Soft landing. Good, we're gonna come to our twisting lunge. Put your left hand down, right arm up, twist. Uh-oh, I forgot the sugar cane pose. All right, not perfect. Lower the back knee. We have another chance here to hold the foot. Lean back. Release. Come back to our lizard pose. Rock back and forth. We step on forward with the back leg. Wide-legged squat. All the way down Malasana squat, which means garland pose, or try the crow pose, Bakasana. If crow is new for you, the practice is putting the hands on the floor and then scooping up the inner belly, tapping the knees up to the upper arms. And maybe you don't even take your feet off the floor, or maybe you just take one off the floor. So it's just a practice. The head is looking up, and then we see maybe we scoop up so much that we find we can balance. And we release, and we step on the hands. Give yourself that little stretch for your wrists in your forward bend. Release your hands, inhale, let's rise. And hands to heart center. We're gonna come back to chair pose, bend your knees. Inhale. This time we're gonna take a chair twist. Twist your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Palms are pressing firmly. Stay here or open the arms. Breathe. Gaze goes up to the hand. Bring the hands back together and inhale, rise all the way back up. Release. To the other side, come back to your chair pose. Take your twist to the other side. Elbow hooks to the outside of the upper thigh. Try to level the hips as you stay here or open the arms. Come back. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Lengthen your spine. And step your left leg back to a low lunge, knee on the floor. We're going to come back to the twist. Inhale, arms up. Take a little bit of a back bend twist. So we're opening up at the chest. The arms reach up and by the ears. Bring the hands to heart center. Take your elbow to the outside of the front leg. Palms press. Stay here, gazing at your upper elbow. Option to pick up the back knee. Yeah, that back leg is really strong and working in this twist. You can keep your hands or open them, gazing to the upper hand. We're going to unwind from the twist and straighten the front leg, pyramid pose. So you might want to walk the back foot up a couple of inches and straighten that leg, pulling up the toes, digging the heel in. And then from here, we're going to balance on the front leg, on the right leg. So I'm going to take the blocks as support and lift the left leg in the air for warrior 3. Stay here. This is great work for our backs, our legs, and our hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can keep your hands on the floor or try to extend the arms back, balancing, or even more challenging is to extend the arms forward. And I'm going to hold on to my bookshelf because this is super challenging, especially when I'm talking. Then I'm going to lower the hands all the way to the floor, standing legs split, trying to bring the head towards the ankle. And then the last thing is to tap and sit down. I'm going to bring that left leg behind, sitting up into a seat. Inhale. And exhale, gentle rotation, turning, looking over your right shoulder. And turn and twist the other way. And unwind from the twist, and we'll stand on up. Step up, inhale, rise. Exhale, mountain pose. Good, let's gather together, rising. Let's do the other side. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Step now the right leg back, low lunge. Inhale the arms up. This is our heart opening lunge. So you can stretch across the chest. Open the space around the heart. Exhale, bring the hands together. Take your elbow, right elbow, outside of the left leg. Stay here with your hands together or open the arms, gazing to the upper hand. Bring the hands back together, pick up the back knee, and take the lunge here. Again, with palms bound together or open. Unwind from the twist and straighten the front leg. I'm going to walk the back leg in to try to have the heel on the floor. This is our forward bend here, pyramid pose. In every forward bend is a little bit of a back bend. So send your sitting bones up and back, and then come into the forward bend. We're going to shift our body weight forward as we try our balance. Lifting the right leg up this time. Warrior 3 legs. This is preparation for warrior 3. I'm going to try to spin that right foot and hip down. Hold here. Or take an arm variation. You can bring your arms back. You could reach your arms like wings, or you could reach your arms forward. And again, this one's really challenging for me. For some reason, I just struggle here. So I'm going to use the help of my bookshelf and try not to pull it down. Okay, we're gonna sit down, bend both knees, come back to the floor. And we take our seated twist. Lift your right arm and twist to the left. And then turn and twist the other way. And unwind from the twist. We're going to stay on the floor. We're going to uncross our legs and make our way to a few more poses here, beginning with our boat pose, lifting our shins on up. See if we can lift the chest and hold the boat pose for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Option to keep your knees bent or straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale 2. Stay here or lower halfway down with the upper body and the lower body. This is our Ardha Navasana. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Release. Hug your knees into your chest. Circle your knees 3 times around. And go the other direction. Open your arms wide, bump your hips to the left, and drop your knees to the right in a resting, reclining twist. And let's switch sides. Come back to center, bump your hips slightly to the right as you lift and turn your knees to the left. Gaze to the right side and breathe here. And come back to center. And shift your weight onto your backs. We're going to be doing a bridge pose, but I'm going to come up just for a moment to close my window because I have workers outside. Somebody's redoing their roof and it's very noisy. Okay, good. Coming back. I'm coming back. I hope you're still here. Bridge pose. So we're going to plant our feet under our knees. Take your hands to your pelvis. Just do a few tucks and scoops of your pelvis before we rise. So cat and cow for your hips. Lengthen and stretch your lower back. And then we're going to rise up onto our arms and feet. So push down. You're on your arms. You're on your feet. Your back of your head. Interlace your fingers under your backs. Come rise to your bridge pose. If you want to lift your heels a little bit off the floor, you feel a little bit more work in the back of your legs. And release and roll down and take a moment here in constructive rest. We typically do 3 back bends or 3 times in a pose, oftentimes, especially the symmetrical poses like this. Now we're going to try that again or come into a wheel practice. That's a bigger back bend. So you could try it if you're new to the practice. You take your hands back, your elbows point up, your hands, fingers point towards your shoulders. On the in-breath, I'm going to come to the top of my head. I'm going to stay here and make sure I feel safe and then press on up. We're staying here for 3 to 5 breaths. And tuck the chin and roll back down and circle your wrists and take constructive rest for your lower back and knees. The final back bend will either be up to you, a repeat of bridge, wheel, or what I'm going to do is slide a block, if you have one, under your lower back and take what's called restorative bridge. So a real rest here for 5 breaths. And then we'll rise back up, releasing the block. We're coming towards the end of the practice. Hug your knees into your chests, circle your lower backs again. And it's very customary, it's very traditional to do an inversion of headstand or handstand or shoulder stand towards the end of the practice. So the most cooling one is the shoulder stand. If you have another practice that you want to try at home, please do so. And we'll give it a go. So if I want to say shoulder stand is not for you, just legs up, arms up, rotate your ankles and wrists. If we're coming into shoulder stand, we're going to lift on up, walk the hands up the back. Keep seeing if you can lift up really nice and high, holding this pose for several breaths. Bringing the feet slowly towards the back of your mat in plow pose. Slowly rolling down through your back, nice and easy, slow, slow, slow. Closing the practice with fish pose, we drop the elbows, digging them into the floor, and lift the chest and the chin. The head goes back. Release the head, reclining on your backs. Take a moment, rock your head side to side. And by this point, hopefully you feel ready to just release everything. Coming into our corpse pose, Shavasana. Give yourself these few minutes to do nothing but be. So I will come up as you and hold the time for us as you give yourself this little mini rest in the middle of your afternoon. Allow your body now to just drop down and feel the support of whatever you're resting on. Let your body, your muscles relax. Relax your legs and your hips. Relax your back. Relax your front. Relax your shoulders and arms. Relax your neck. Allow your face, any tension in your face to soften. Relax the space between your eyes, between your eyebrows. Relaxing your jaw and your tongue. Allow all the systems of your body to work involuntarily as they should. Respiratory system, the digestive system, the vascular, all the systems of your body are just returning to homeostasis, to neutral, to balance. And the tradition of yoga very much aligns with the seasons, right? They drew inspiration from nature. Now that we're moving into the season of summer, thinking about the ways in which we find balance from the heat, and we celebrate the light. And we find more joy and pleasure in the season of summer. Okay, beginning to either, I want to say, if you're able to stay here longer and relax, please enjoy. And if you're coming along with me to end the practice and move on with your day, begin to return. Begin to deepen your breath a little bit longer and stronger, to move again, wiggle your fingers, your toes, and extend your arms and legs in a beautiful stretch that feels good for you. You may even want to yawn with your whole body, like a big yawn of the arms and legs, and open your mouth and open your eyes and yawn. And then bending your knees, planting your feet onto your floor, roll to your right. You're in a fetal position, and then gradually come up again, finding your seat. Take a moment and notice how you feel. Plant your hands on your legs and just press down with your hands and arms and up with the spine. Finding that balance, there's always ways to find balance. Even here, ground down and extend up. Acknowledging our practice, our effort, may we feel grounded and safe. Joining the hands together in front of your hearts, acknowledging here what you put into it, your life force, your energy, your heart. And may we all feel healthy, joyful, and full of life. Thank you everybody so much for practicing with me, and enjoy the summer. Namaste.